Hi, today I'm going to show you how to use our peony cutter. I'm going to use a nice new peony, veining 5 to 8, bone tool, 26 gauge wires, one of which I've hooked, stamens which I've sparkled, and now I'll just get on. To make the centre, just take a little tiny smidge of your paste, approximately a small pea size. Make a little teardrop. Put your hooked wire into the fat side of your teardrop. Squash onto your wire. Press. And now at just the top of it, I'm just going to turn it. Make it pointed so it's flat, pointed and twist. And you're going to make 3 of these. Pop them aside, and they were getting ready now then to make your centre for your stamen. The next piece I'm going to do is just roll out some paste, and we're just going to make as many petals as we possibly can. I've started with the small petal. I'll make 3 of those. The next size I will make 5 of. Then the next size 7. And the last size between 7 and 9. Always make 9, and then you'll have some left over if you don't use them all. Okay, just use a little corn flour on your board. Turn over. Take your cutter that you wish to use. Cut your petals. Always move your paste on your board, because it gives a nice clean cut to your flowers. Paste back in your bag. Put your petals onto your finger. Now I always have my corn flour in front of me so I can just pop my finger onto it so it doesn't get too sticky. I've tipped my wire into the edible glue, twist it in. Now I'm putting my thumb on it, and I've twisted it in right up to here. That goes on your former pad. And you always have a former pad to use, especially when you're making your flowers. Right, so we wire up 3, and you keep working till you've got all the required amount of petals that you need. Now, as they're on the pad, if it's a bit of a sticky day, don't be scared to just tap them with your little dab of dust there before you put your veining mat on. Again, always use your foaming pad to put this on, because it gives a better vein for you, like so. 1, 2, and okay, make sure they move. Don't allow them to be stuck to the pad. And now I'm just going to soften the edge and frill the top. Soften the edge and frill the top. And when you've got each one of them done, you're going to pick this up, and with your thumb, you're going to put your thumb into the wire, and you're going to push and pull to curve your petals like so. And then I leave those to dry off. Now I don't let them dry all the way. I only let until I've finished all the petals that I need, and then I'll start putting the flower together. Sometimes when your petals are a little too dry, they will crack and break on you as you're trying to put them together. So we've got these done. The next stage I do, when I'm working with, I'll cut all the required amount, and then I will get some dusting powder. Now each person will choose what colour powder they like to use. And when your petals are a bit dried off, and I have an apple tray here that I've dried mine off in, turn them away from you, turn them away from you. put your dust on your brush and take it off again. And now you're going to dust to you. So you dust from the bottom to the top. Send your brush flying across the table, that helps. And dust. Now don't forget your little centerpiece. And just dust the top of that. Okay, let's pop all that aside. When you've got everything ready and dusted, I've put 3 of these together. I've then put my stamens so that they're taped in bundles. So I have 3 bundles. That sits proud of that. And these go round. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll start taping on before I worry about what shape the stamens are in. So just tape them together. Get them on first. Now I don't necessarily need the whole piece, but I'm still going to tape all the stamens down right to the bottom just to keep it neat and tidy while I'm working with it. I'm going to take my tweezers and then I'm going to start moving the stamens into where I need them to be so that they're spread out a little more. I've just glued these stamens and popped them in a pot of glitter. And you get to this stage. When you're happy with how your stamens are arranged, then take your tape back up. And I personally like to put everything that I'm going to use now, all my petals, in line. So I'll put down on front of me what I'm going to use first, and then what I'm going to use second and third. So now I'm picking these up, and with my tweezers I'm just going to bend back. So that's the top of your petal, and bend it back like so. And then as we take this, start our tape back on here, and we start introducing our petals. One at a time. Always tape in one at a time when you're doing your petals. So I've started with 3 smalls. Keeping those to the side. I'm now going to go to the second size. So you'll see I've got them ready prepared. And I'll tape these on. And again, bring it in one at a time. Now I've got 5 of these, 5. Really, each person will individually do what they feel looks correct in their flower. So you might want it a bit bigger and you might want it a bit smaller. It's okay to use less petals or more petals. We've got this stage so far. And make them a bit secure. And then the next stage I've done is the very large petals. So I, again, have them prepared. And I will just keep working with these until I'm happy with the size of the flower that I require, or is required for the top of whatever size cake that you're doing. And we'll just keep adding. Keep your tape nice and flat. So I'm actually putting one behind this time, and I'm just keep going behind. So each petal is layering behind, behind, behind. Now for this particular flower that goes with, there's 3 of them on the top of the cake. These don't require a calyx on them. So you just keep layering. Have a look at your flower. Have a look at what you've done. See if you do need to put another petal in or not. It will be up to you. Because sometimes you might think, that one just looks wrong. But other times you might think, I just need to put that in and it will make it absolutely perfect. And that last one I'm going to pop there. And that is basically how you put the decorative peony together. Pop your tape on and then tidy all the back up as required.